we would like to expand on idea of vibrational universe. Okay, now for some this will be a reminder of what already knows. For others this will be new information. So we say, please understand, we will try to get from basics to more advanced understanding, but that we would appreciate if you could allow yourself to be reminded even of the basics, because it's us and our vibration entering into your system that will create the change. Okay, so many people have talked about ideas of vibrational universe. Okay, this is for a very good reason, that this is what you live in. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, well, from a very basic point of view, everything that exists in the world, in the universe, everything you can think of, and I say think of because thoughts also are vibrational. That means that they resonate, they vibrate at a particular frequency that has an extended creativity beyond the act or creation itself, as it extends out and melds into the vibrational world that you live in. So, let's see. When you are looking at your TV, you understand, even if you don't know technologically very well why, but you understand that that is not a static picture such as a photograph or such as a painting that you might go to a gallery to observe. You understand intellectually, even if you don't know the technology of how, you understand that that is a impulse, a wave of light that has transferred itself from a place in time, because it's not live, from a point in time, because it's not your world, and yet somehow it is being transmitted into your TV screen for you to observe. Okay, so now this acceptance of what actually is quite an incredible feat means that you can understand how the universe also works, because it's actually very similar. Waves of vibration are creating everything that exists in your world. When you see an object that looks solid, for example, is not actually solid. When you see your cup that you drink from, nothing in that cup is solid. You accept that the liquid you're drinking is not what you call solid, but you believe that the cup you're holding in your hand is a physical solid effect. It's actually all vibrating, and you know this scientifically, people who are of a science mind, because science has shown you now, in the world you live in today, that you can drill down deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into your observational capacities and discover that there is nothing about that solid object that is solid. Everything is moving all the time, never stopping. This is what we mean vibrational universe. You yourself feel very solid, feel very physical, feel very static in a way. You are you expect to go to bed, to wake up and to become you again the next day. Well, you actually are all vibrating all the time. You are not static. You are not still. Nothing about you is still. You know this from the physical world of your blood is moving, your breath is breathing, all these things that you accept, but you believe that the physical bones and the skin and all these things are still. They are not. They are vibrating all the time. So once you understand that nothing that you think is solid is physical, is actually solid, you understand more about the complex nature of universe, because it is all vibrational. Now, in the same way that you can change channels on TV and watch different program recorded at a different point in time, in a different place in time, at a different time in time, then you can also understand that this is how you can create and change the world you are living in today. It's not such a far-fetched idea if you can link it to the notion of TV. So in the same way that you might be watching a murder story on TV and decide that you've already know who has committed it, so you are bored, you don't wish to wait to the end, you decide to change channel. You change channel and you find a joyful show, it's making you laugh, so you leave it there and you watch that for a while. Well, in the same way, may we say that the vibrational world that you are living in is not static. The vibrational world that you are inhabiting can, by its very nature, never be static. It is always vibrating. And in the same way as you can choose to change if you are bored to joy and laughter on the TV, we are most interested for you to recognize that you can change also from bored, dark energy emotions to joyful, light-filled energy emotions. So in doing so, you are creating the reality that you now inhabit. If you sit on your sofa and you watch TV and you're watching, let's say, our old favorite, the news, and you're watching what's happening in the world and you're finding your emotions becoming more and more drained, more and more depressed, more and more fearful, more and more scared, you have the chance to press the button to change channel. As you change channel, what you do is you are resetting that frequency on the TV from what was to what you want it to be. You accept this power with your remote control. You accept this now in the world that you are living in 2015, that this is a reality of the modern world that you live in, that you don't have to sit and watch that show. If it's making you unhappy, if it's making you sad, depressed, any of these things, you can just switch the button and up will pop something different that makes you feel better, lighter, perhaps more inspired, perhaps more joyful, perhaps more what we would call higher vibrational frequency. Now, in the same way that you have that power to switch channel, you need to know that as a human being, you have the same power to switch vibrational frequencies in your own world. Because thoughts are not static, they are vibrational. Every thought you have is a vibrational pulse that extends first and foremost from the brain into the body, then from the body into your outer body, and then from the outer body into the furthest reaches of the universe. Oh yes, there is no limits to vibrational frequency. It doesn't stop when it hits a brick wall. Vibrational frequency understands that that brick wall is also moving and passes straight through. So, do we now perhaps have a better understanding of why so many Eastern philosophies begin with mindfulness, begin with the practices of power of the mind, begin with understanding that thoughts are powerful things? Because really, if you are observing your world, what you are observing in many ways are your thoughts. At the very least, some of your thoughts. So, the thoughts you are having within you are powerful because they vibrate at a frequency. When you have dark, depressing, angry, for example, fearful thoughts, these thoughts are on a very low, we could almost call it deep frequency range that move about in a very, for the ease of explanation, although this is not completely accurate, but we will say it slow, meandering, sluggish, vibrational way. Now, therefore, what happens is these low vibrational thoughts are out from your thought processes into your brain, into your body, into your outer body, into your existing world. They extend and extend and extend, and they really don't stop. So what happens is, and this is again from a science point of view, vibrational frequencies are attracted to and resonate with similar vibrational frequencies. This is music, and this is why you live in a musical universe. There is no coincidences here. The universe resonates and vibrates musically, and that's another conversation for another time. But this is why human beings and all matter respond to the sound of music, because music is vibrational. And so when you have your meeting like vibrations, you are bringing back into you, because it's a flowful situation of the universe, out and in, just like the breath, out and in, out and in. Lower vibrational frequencies will go out, meet and attract and resonate with low vibration and come back. So if you are looking at a world that you are existing in today and it's particularly depressing to you, particularly fearful to you, particularly dark and unattractive to you, where you need to go is to understand always, at all times, this is not the world happening to you. This is the world echoing and finding resonance with your own vibrational output, your own breath, if you want. If you don't like it, you have the power to change channel. And this is the most important part of where life in 2015 should be for human beings, because what you need to recognize is that all the world is a vibrational match and a resonance to the vibrational output it's being given. So we would say, look at your life. What do you like? What do you not like? If there is overwhelming that you don't like, perhaps it's time to change the channel. And before people start with that's easier said than done, we say, no, actually, it's far easier done than said. Trust me, we are trying to explain a very complicated situation for human brains, because it's not linear. It's not perfunctory, and we have to make it so. So it's far easier done than said. We assure you of this. When you pick up controller for TV, you look at the controller and you make the decision to press a button. You have had the recognition that that which you are observing is not finding joy for you anymore. So you have gone to the action of picking up the controller, looking at the buttons available, selecting which button you wish to press, engaging the finger appropriate to press the button, pointing it at the TV, and pressing the button to change. And you are also engaged enough in the process to keep pressing and keep pressing and keep pressing until you find the program you wish to engage in. This is actually the same process that we must go through in order to create NewEra. For you, individually, let's speak, because you are creator of your world, your energy, your vibrational reality that you are putting out, call it your breath, because we understand, and we would like you to understand, that your breath is so vital for energy, so vital for vibrational output. Angela, who is listening and channeling the words and the ideas we are giving her right now, has had to manipulate breath in order to create a highest frequency for us to be able to engage with her as a physical being on the planet. Now, you need to understand that the power of the breath has direct implications for the power of your vibration. In the world today, much knowledge of the breath has been lost. In ancient times, the power of the breath was known. It was utilized, it was manipulated, it was controlled, or it was relaxed, it was channeled in certain directions to create a specific resonance with the vibrational body. We can say that there is still this knowledge in the world. Seek it for yourselves. It's perhaps one of the quickest ways to impact your vibrational body. There is much you can find on this wonderful thing that you have created for your time called Google. It's your very own connection to all ideas that exist in the world today. Think on that, please. It's no coincidence, really. Find the information because it's very useful tool for each and everybody to have immediate impact on their vibrational body is the breath. This information has not been lost. It's just been reduced in its power because it's not out there. It can be out there. You can be the person to bring it out there. Why not? You. So here we go. First of all, relax. Let's call it breath. We like breath. Breath has immediate impact on the vibrational body. Now, as you breathe out, you can feel different. If you are fast breathing, panic breathing, let's say, you have a feeling. If you are calm, slow breathing, you have a feeling. That feeling that you have is a signal to what vibration you are putting out. Let's say that again. Your feeling is a signal for the vibrational output that you are giving your world. If you are feeling depressed, sad, bored, fed up, frustrated, angry, this is a sign that you are emitting a vibration of that low frequency out into your world. It has no option. It's not judgmental. It's not choosing. It has no option. This is vibrational universe. Everything is vibration. It has no option but to go out there and resonate and find and attract and bring back, because it's a flowful universe, the same vibrational reality that it is. So don't look at what is making you feel unhappy with your world and be angry that it has come into your world. Look inside you for what it is that you are putting out into the world to bring that into your world. It's always inside out and back, inside out and back. So In the same way, we have decided we don't like this channel, we wish to change. We would say to you, what you have to do is find the feeling inside of a higher frequency. And it's very easy to detect because you picture things that create joy, that create love, that create laughter, that create happiness, that create bright filled days for you. And already your vibrations are up, 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 up. Those vibrations will go out. And so long as they stay there, more than the lower vibrational thoughts and feelings that you have been putting out, what you will come back is these higher vibrational frequencies that have been attracted to, resonated with, and found attraction point to the higher frequencies you have put out. So we would like for each person to understand that they really are in control of their world. And by being in control of their world, they are, because this is vibrational universe, all vibrations have to attract and meet like-minded vibrations, or else they just run through like the brick wall. If everybody was having nothing but high vibrational frequency thoughts, where would this planet be? It can only meet and attract and find resonance with equally high vibrational resonant thoughts, facts, objects, experiences, events. Now, this is what will happen quite naturally as we move forward into the new era, because the planet and the people are raising their vibrations. This is happening. Generation after generation after generation, their vibrations are rising. So this is happening anyway. And as it happens, higher vibration creates higher vibration, creates higher vibration, resulting in the sifting out of all the lower vibrational so-called realities that have been allowed to exist for so long, as we have touched on in a previous question about the seeming decline of humanity. Is far from it. So all that is being sifted out is the lower vibrational so-called reality that was allowed to exist for so long because the vibrational output was of that level, that frequency. As human beings in the planet raise their vibrations, which is occurring, these are going out and creating more and more and more and more of themselves. So therefore, the planet and the humanity are moving on ever increasingly faster and faster and faster to new era, much faster than probably people suspect. So your responsibility, if you like, as somebody who is listening to this means that you are awakened to this information. This means that you are unable to block out the reality of what you are hearing, because you find resonance inside you with this information. This is your path now. This is your purpose now, is to watch what output you are giving, making sure that the vibrational part of your output, your breath, is of a higher and higher and higher, increasingly higher vibration. If you are in a world, your world, that is not at such a high vibration, this is the challenge to be of a higher vibration than what your world is telling you, you would like to think, telling you that the world is. We say to you this: pick up the controller and change channel. If your world is showing you a picture you do not like, you have the power to change your vibrational output. Stay with that new vibrational output, and you will bear witness to a new picture coming back at you. This is the vibrational world you live in, where nothing is static, nothing is solid, nothing is still. It is all moving all the time. Once you wrap your head around the idea that everything that feels fixed, solid, is actually moving particles, vibrating, 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 to create a seeming sense of reality, you understand the power at your control of being able to change your reality by changing your vibrational output. Change your vibrational output to higher vibrational reality. Find that high resonation. Find it. Live it. Be it. And in doing so, watch the picture that you are watching in your life come back at you of those new high vibrations. Relish those new pictures, and your vibrations will rise higher, thus creating new pictures of even greater beauty for your life. Relish those and you will rise even higher. This is all we are saying to you. We hope we have explained a little more without being too simplistic, but at the same time, we cannot, with the best will in the world, there is a limit to words, because this is an experiential universe, first and foremost, and all things are to be experienced, first and foremost, beyond the words. So we hope we have managed to clear up, but we are also willing to come back to this subject again with love.